Dun. Let's go. Let ye old Facebook know. Adjust the mic a little bit. Update the guitar command and the amp command, actually. Commands. Come on, commands. There we go. Song, custom, vintage, artist, T, and then our amp is a Car Rambler 1x12 combo. Alright, and then we'll go jump on Facebook. Pull up some of these. We'll get stream pulled up. Get warmed up here. Let's see. What would be a good one to do? Born Free. You've already done Autumn Leaves. All of Me. Autumn in New York. Fly me to the moon. Let me. Georgia. Georgia. That might be a fun one. A little bit of a cliche. Let's take a look at that one. December 3rd, 1984. Playing in the key of D. Boom. That's an interesting voicing. So we're playing a G minor 6 as 3, 1. Open E. Just that. Oh, that's a Ted Greene chord voicing if ever there was one. Holy moly. Just that sweet, sweet sound keeps Georgia doom. Let's see, what are we on? That's a great voicing for an E13. Nice close voicing too with the second in it there, buried inside of it. Ooh, that's a hell of a fingering. If we're going to play that high note up there. Another fun one. That's really more like an F sharp 9 if we voice it that way. Let's see. first inversion. So you got 1, 5, 9, 3, 5. Really kind of omitting that 5. So C11, C7, D6. That's interesting, just playing the B minor over the A root, implying the D6. There we go. E7 flat 9. We really want that to be suspended. Get a bar with the middle finger. Check out that for a voicing of B minor 7. That's wild. D6. So let's see, we have B. We have our third there. Drop 2. Really pretty voicing of A minor 9. Probably voicing this way. Let's see, G sharp, D sharp, G sharp, D sharp, B. Want to bar that. F sharp. Then C sharp. Hey, what's up, dude? That's a reasonably absurd chord voicing as well. So the G sharp minor sharp 11. Yeah, dude, I remember you from last Friday. Hey, did you click the follow button last Friday? Dude, Billy, what is up? Thanks so much for that cheer. You get a Pride cute emote. Oh yeah, all you dudes need to just click there's a little button looks like an eyeball. Just click the little eyeball button there somewhere next to the screen. But yeah, all you dudes, Pan and Keep, and lots of you guys need to thank Willie for the gift subs. He went on kind of a spree the other night, man. I think he gave out like 5 of them. Man, that's such a crazy chord voicing because you're coming out of this. Holy moly. There's either an I or a heart button. Are you on the mobile app or are you in the browser? Yeah, you got to kind of learn like what your particular. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the Panapple followed and refollowed. So yeah, you should have like a little heart button. But you got to kind of learn like how much you can get away with when it comes to using the Floyd. Hey, there you go. Awesome. Thanks for that follow, man. And thanks for hanging out in the stream again and stopping back by. Yeah, I mean, once you have it balanced, if you break a string or anything like that, it all goes haywire. So you typically need to get a string back on there and start bringing it up to get it rebalanced. If you get there's a thing from Hipshot called a trim setter or a trim, and then there's another one called the Tremel No. Can't remember who makes the Tremel No, But essentially, you mount it. It's kind of like an adjustable tension spring that you replace one of your springs in the back with, and you can add extra tension to it so that when you break strings or when you bend, your bridge doesn't dip up. It does make the trim feel a little bit stiffer compared to not having it, but it will fix most of like the tuning stability problems. I think it's like 40 or 50 bucks, at least last time I checked. It's more difficult, Zaz. It's more difficult like the first few times you do it. Once you kind of understand it and get your guitar set up properly for it, then it's actually really fast. You can do it really quickly. But when you're first, like, say, if I get a new guitar and it's all out of whack, then I have to spend, 30 minutes or an hour adjusting everything and getting everything dialed in. But then once I do that, I can change strings in like 10 minutes. As long as I don't change string gauge. If you change string gauge and stuff, then you got to adjust more things. Let's see, we can look at it real quick. We're just getting started. We can mess around a little. Let's see. Yeah, just pay attention to every little adjustment you make. You know. As long as you're kind of keeping an eye, as long as you're keeping an eye on, like, okay, I made this adjustment and this happened, like I tuned this string up a little bit and then it dipped, this, that, or the other. Um, it's not too bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Pretty fairly straightforward changes, and then basically if you know the minor pentatonic, the A minor pentatonic, that's the same as the C major pentatonic, which is used for that entire solo essentially. Mostly up here in the fifth position, but then towards the end it jumps up to the 17th position, but it's actually the same little box shape. All right. So let's see. I mean, I'm using a very, very, very clean American amp, a car Rambler, which has a very Fendery kind of sound. I would imagine, based on the tone of that, they're probably using Voxes. So it'd only be so close we can probably get. All right, so let's see. This is D9. Then C sharp minor 7 or C sharp minor 11, really, with that voicing. This is one of these fun Ted Greene voicings where we're like barring the top two strings with the middle finger. That's the voicing we want. Hey, what's up, Kaz? What's up, wee baby? Yeah, this amp doesn't have a gain control. This is like single channel. It only has volume. And if we turn the volume up that high, then they'll get the cops called. I was using an MJM Effects Blues Devil for the overdrive sound. I love this voicing, this A11 voice. That way. This is actually a guitar. This is the first guitar I ever had built for me, custom built, built by the late Gerard Melanson from Louisiana. It's a chambered swamp ash body that weighs, I don't know, maybe 4.5 pounds total, something like that. It's crazy, crazy, crazy light. Then in bird's eye maple neck and fingerboard with a gun oil tint on it. Yeah, I'm sure they had the volume way up in the studio too. You know, if you've got an isolation room, you can crank it. That's something I'd really like to look into maybe eventually for the stream. It's getting like a recording cab that's like a plexiglass box with a speaker in it that you can actually put the mic inside of, and then you can actually like crank your volume up. So I do have an attenuator, but it's a little different experience, a little different feel. Plus it'd be useful to have kind of semi-silent recording and tracking anyway. I could just run that straight into the system here. Have a lot more control over my levels. Let's see, where were we? So we had that A11, G7, F sharp 13, C9, C9, B9. That's really a C9, C9 sharp 11. What is up, dude? What on earth is that in mode? Welcome to Twitch, man. Yeah, no problem, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the follow. Always appreciate any requests and any chat, any discussion. Next Monday will be, is next Monday Metal Monday? Next Monday is Metal Monday, then Weeb Wednesday, then Free For All Friday. So random requests. Next Friday is definitely the night. All right, let's see. F sharp 13, C9, C9 sharp 11, B9. Then another voicing and inversion of B9. Boom. Really cool voicing of an E6 or E13. Yeah, that's an E6. I wouldn't call that an E13. Really close voicing of a B flat 9. As our 9 and our 3 like right next to each other. It's like an A flat 9. Yeah, no third voicing. So let's see. Ba, ba, boom. that's a fun one. I'm gonna bar that. Woo. So we're coming out of this D flat major 7. And this high A is going to ring out, and we're going to change to this full bar while that rings out. Drop 2 fingering of a C sharp minor 7. Hey, Hype, what's up? You finally off work? Or are you just making people watch it work again? So let's see, we're going from a drop 2. Crunch time. I thought crunch time was like 2 weeks ago, man. This is a first inversion. First inversion of an F sharp 7. Uh-oh. Isn't there someone there to say, no, this is enough? Then we're getting this big wide voicing of a B minor. Check this out. This is cool. This is 1, 5, 3, but with the 1 on the E string rather than here or just playing this. B flat minor 7, flat 13 really, or you could call it augmented. You could just call it a plus chord. A minor 9, D7, big G add 9. It's really cool, like almost contrapuntal voice leading here when you come from this like C11 sound to this C7 in the 3rd inversion over the B flat here. Not doing your job well. I guess it depends on how much you're getting paid. This is really fascinating to me. He voices this B6 chord as essentially like a B minor chord with an open A in the bass, and like to me, conceptually, I automatically want to look at it as like a B minor over A or a B minor 7 in the 3rd inversion. But he's really treating it as like a D6 drop 2 or a D6 in the 2nd inversion with no root effectively, or no root in the bass. So let's see. So comes as comes as a surprise, sweet and no. So comes as sweet and clear as moon. The single most normal chord voicing in the whole tune, just a regular open E7. Moon. that E ringing out. Moonlight, light through. Says it's the suspension, but that. It's also interesting, he uses a lot of bars to stack. Like where I would play a drop 2 voicing, and a drop 2 voicing is where we take the 5th of the chord and we put it in the bass and omit the root. So let's say we're playing like, just a D bar chord like this. A drop 2 would be playing this low A here and muting the D note here out entirely, which gives us kind of separation. He's actually barring them and like playing 5-1, which makes it a really dense sounding chord compared to. It's an interesting choice. Wonder how if he's barring that with his pinky. I'm not doing it that way because that's awful. Yeah, sometimes you got to say, look, do you want your product? Because if you want your product, stop sticking stuff onto it. Stuff that I would get back when I was doing like web dev many years ago. Somebody would ask me for a website and I would quote them a price and they'd be, that's great. And then suddenly they wanted a website with, like a mainstream commercial shopping platform on it. And I'm like, well, the site you're comparing this to costs like $12 million to make because they're, an international grocery chain. Probably not going to happen. And then they wanted to be able to administer it themselves. So they wanted me to create tools for them to self-administer their website. And I'm like, this is not included in the price, guys. Plus, they'd have just destroyed it anyway. Man, that is a really cluttered voicing. Those stacked fourths. 4th here. Boom. Boom. I'm going to have to bar that with. This fingering goes against everything in my entire body. It's saying, don't finger things this way. This is bad. Too many flat fingers. Oh, that's interesting. C sharp, B, E. What you looking for? Phoenix? What you hunting? We've got a few commands. We've got song requests. Like typically if you want something, just tell me straight up. Tonight we're working on jazz kind of stuff, but I'll grab something, I'll try something out. I don't care. The only commands we got set up so far are the commands that tell you what guitar I'm playing and what amp I'm playing. Oh, and this one, because one of my mods likes to just post question marks a lot. But yeah, if you got a request, just let me know straight up in chat. Right now, I'm just working through some of the fingering, some of the chord voicings for Ted Greene's version keep watch. He'll either question mark or he'll just say straight out IDK my BFF Jill when I ask him something. I'll be like, hey, keep. Well, see, now, Phoenix, now I'm intrigued. You can't come in and be all cryptic like that. Be like, oh no, dude, this is some super secret band on the internet that nobody's ever heard of. Quality's not there. We can't listen to this. But yeah, every time from now on, every time keep posts a question mark or says IDK my BFF Jill, I'm just going to spam the. Yeah, I don't have any of that stuff set up yet. I don't really even know how. If there are any tutorials, I would love to, because we do like when we do Metal Mondays, when we do Free for All Fridays, we pretty much just do requests straight up. I said Dodo. The Dodo does have a bunch of cool animal videos. Yeah, we got a Discord. We have channels for our different request chants. Dude, don't type that in my chat. Come on now. Be a grown up. But we use the Discord channels for requests and stuff during the week to get stuff prepped for the different theme days and stuff. So right now our theme days, we have Metal Monday. What? Alec banned Kappa? I gotta go look at the stupid mod panel. But we have one for Metal Mondays, which is metal, hard rock, that kind of stuff. We have Weeb Wednesdays, which is video games, J-rock, anime. We've got Free for All Friday, which is anything at all that you want. And we've got Jazz Night, which is tonight, Friday Night Jazz. So if it's like jazz or vaguely related to jazz, anything like that. If it's none of the above, then it would go in Free for All Fridays. Though I'm not going to be like a hard ass about anything. Is that a mini Kappa? What has this boy been up to? Let me go open the mod panel here. What? I don't see it in mod actions anywhere. What's this boy been doing? Maybe he auto-modded it. I don't see it. I don't even see it in the dashboard anywhere. All right, dude, I'll check it out. I don't know. This looks like an anime background to me. A little skeptical. All right. It depends. It depends on like the duration and the general type of stuff that we're doing. If you want to talk about that, hit me up on the Discord and we can discuss. Uh, as a general rule, right now, the lessons that I'm teaching, like my students from the music store that are doing Zoom lessons, and my other private students are doing about 25 a half hour. But we can work things out. That's part of that has to go to the store too, though. So, all right, let's see. All right, so this is all like touch style. Doo doo. Need a little overdrive. Alec, Alec, did you ban Kappa? Dude, these guys are saying you banned Kappa. I haven't actually tried. I don't see it in ModQ anywhere. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's back up. Don't da 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 da. What are you guys doing in here? Huh. Daggone it. Lost it. It's one this cat linked in the Discord. Nothing more to say. Five-fold band. Definitely need some more, a little more saturation here. And we can use playback speed to slow it down. So we've got like an A minor pentatonic type thing going on with some little touch style kind of stuff. Let's see if it, why is there no 0.75? 0.5 is too slow. Don't quite hear that minor third in there. Dackum, my keyboard. All right. Let's open that. Open the browser. There we go. Bam 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 ba da dum. It goes a little higher the second time. Then our chord. No, it goes back down. Put both parts together. Well, the anime background doesn't help, dude. Can't get too mad. Alright, let's see. I would actually be interested if there is a live version. There we go. There's 0.75. Should make it a little easier. Da 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 da. It sounds, like I said, it sounds almost like touch style. If we don't play it with touch style, though, then we can kind of alternate. We can phrase it more like that. If it's touch style, though, I would wager that it's capoed at the 5th fret, at least that lead guitar part, because it sounds like they're pulling off from the higher ones down to the open one here, and doing that without a capo involves this stretch. Chord changes to C. Sounds like the bass note changes to G. And a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and a so no, so it just comes up to the 4. Oh, dude, if this channel is one where like if you request a song, I'm gonna take the time to figure it out. So we may be here a while. Oh, thanks for the follow, man. So then that last time it comes up. So it goes down. So we end in a little double stop. Alright, then it sounded like we repeat the same thing, or close to it. Let's get back to normal speed. That last time comes up to the G. So that's just like an F or an F at 9. Down to a G. Then the chord progression here underneath this section was the same during the intro. It's like an A5 or an A minor, essentially. C, F, D, and we're back to... So we got like a little minor scale lick going on here in the background. It's tough to hear though. Similar to well, I mean, that's kind of like the part of the sort of goal of the channel, you know, is that I'm a music teacher in real life, and it doesn't really benefit anybody, I think, to just go like learn a song and come on here and play it, you know. I think it's really helpful for people who are learning or people who are interested in learning to sort of see what the process is. Uh, Also, I mean, pretty much anybody can go, you know, track down the tab for something or whatever and learn it off stream. That's no fun. You know, I'm used to people coming in and asking me to play songs or teach them songs that I've never heard before, so why not do it live? Warts and all. You know, probably the only time I would have to call it is if someone, because there's always somebody that says, play Through Fire and Flames. And I'm like, I can play parts of Through Fire and Flames, but I'm not spending, you know, the entire stream learning this much of Through Fire and Flames just because there are 12 billion notes. But if it all sounds attainable, if it sounds like something we can do on stream and have fun with it, I'm all for it. Unless someone wants me to just do an entire Through Fire and Flames stream one day. That's a different issue. We can do that maybe. But that one's a bad request. Impractical. Had to change my rig and everything. I have to get one of the Ibanez out, all that kind of stuff. So it starts to move up. No, it doesn't go up to that. It goes up to... So... If you just put, I'm just going to ignore it. Just be like, nah, bro. I'm going to go. And that's all you're getting. That's one we got to plan like way in advance. Because that's the one we got to break it down. And like we got to get like, okay, here's this chunk, here's this chunk, here's this chunk, here's this chunk. Now we're going to work on this chunk. You know, work on it bit by bit by bit by bit. All right, so just something a little different over the D. All right, let's back that up. So sounds like it starts to descend slightly over the D. Next Monday is Metal Monday, though, if you want to get in Metal Monday requests for next week. time to get started. I usually pick like maybe 2 to 3 depending on how long they are. And we do pretty much the whole thing as much as we can anyway on stream. The only request I would make is don't try not to request something that's on like a 9-string guitar, because obviously kind of can't really do that. So it just kind of, yeah, makes its way down. Yep, nothing but Doom soundtrack. We only play ambiguously thrash metal themed things on Metal Monday. So then we were over the F, we keep the same thing. And we're back to our boom. So then there's a little high guitar kind of buried up there that's just playing. Then he starts, okay, starting to move into a little arpeggio. Like a little A minor arpeggio. Oh, sounds like we got fireworks starting outside. Comes back up into the C, and I bet it's going to go down into the F next. Now it starts going up. So da da do da da do da da do da da da. What's the exact phrasing? So da 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 da. And then GA. So not too bad. So that's probably the toughest part. To work on getting the touch style. Like I said, I would bet it's capoed, or that particular guitar is capoed at the 5th fret, or in maybe a slightly different tuning. That's entirely possible too. Because I doubt they're just doing this. I doubt they're... Because that makes this one, that particular phrase, kind of awkward. But yeah, cool little rock tune. All right. Let's see. We got action in the Discord. Conflicts with the chant. I don't see it anywhere. Alec, have you pulled some kind of voodoo? You're drunk on power. There's another one. Well, Metal Monday is Monday. So we'll check it out Monday. I better get back to what we were doing. Dude, you're in the Discord laughing about it. You know you did it. I have no idea how you did it. I don't know how to undo it. It's either you or Keep. It's either you or Keep Watch that banned it or that messed with it. Until I learn how the moderation tools work properly. No, he's been here. He shows up with 10 minutes to go, like 10 minutes before the stream's over, and goes and does his intro, and then he goes, "Okay, I'm going to bed. I'm tired." Wait, that's a kappa. That's a whole bunch of kappas. This boy's got all the kappas. Let the kappa spam commence. Keep is supposed to be making emotes for our subs here. He's sending me messages about how he finally like tried eating fish and didn't die, so he feels like a grown-up. He can certainly get in here. All right, let's see. B minor 9 to B minor. So an E minor 11. Da, da, E minor, do, G9. Really wide voicing of the B minor. La da 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 da. That's a weird voicing for do da da do da 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 do. That's quite a fingering. Man, I miss sushi. Don't talk about sushi. I love some good sushi. Haven't had any in months. Keep's thing though is that he's a gigantic chicken when it comes to food. Like it's really hard to get him to try stuff, especially fish. He's like, "Oh my god, dude, it's so weird." Well, I mean, anything can cause you stomach problems if it's handled improperly. I mean, I wouldn't be eating it from a gas station, which sadly I have seen. But you know, if you get it from somewhere that knows what they're doing, somewhere legit, you'll be fine. You know, most of the actual fish, like salmon and tuna and mackerel and stuff like that, is pretty subtle. It's pretty mellow. Like, it doesn't have a strong flavor. If it does have a strong flavor, it's probably spoiled. Some of the more esoteric things, like some of the clam and whatnot, can be kind of weird if you're not used to them. Or like uni, the sea urchin roe, is kind of reminiscent of like a custard, like an ocean flavored custard. It's pretty kind of it takes some getting used to. But it's sort of like an oyster. Like if you've ever had a raw oyster, you can kind of taste the ocean or where it came from. But, you know, good, clean, fresh sushi should be fairly mellow and subtle. All right, let's see. We're getting into some of these wacky voicings. Coming out of this wacky. Into. Oh, there's that really, really pretty A minor 9 voicing again. Very sparkly. And this stupidly wide. G sharp minor 11. Why? So this fingering, this is 4, 6, 4, 4, 7, 9. Yeah. I'll remember it for the most part, pretty much for a while, if not forever. Because that's another sort of part of my job is just learning and remembering songs, and or at least remembering the general ideas, and then go back and, you know, if I actually need to play them for some reason, I'll go back and polish it up and, you know, get the parts down closer, spend more time on it. Da-da-dum, then, da-da-dum. Why is that 11 in there? That seems odd to me. We're supposed to retain that high C sharp? That's going to be nuts. All right, let's see. So we're coming out of... Well, yeah, it started off with like this. Down in the bass register. Then we get the power chords. That the lead line comes in over top of it. So we're keeping this high C sharp from here. So then how on earth are we supposed to bar that? That's hideous. Don't it's another one of these awful bars. Do, do, just thumb over like that. So now we can combined harmonic. Otherwise, have a harmonic as a chord tone. Yeah, dude. I mean, we're not here to just blast through as many requests or whatever as possible. Like, if we're going to do something, we're going to do it properly, or at least as properly as we can. By the way, this particular chart that I'm working from for all these crazy chords is at tedgreene.com. If you look in the arrangement section, it's his arrangement of Georgia on My Mind. Getting these really, really, really wild voicings. Doom, doom. Then what do we have? Let's see. 7, 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 11. What are we barring the... And if you've never listened to Ted Greene or watched a video of him play, you owe it to yourself, because he was unbelievable. Unbelievable, the stuff he could just kind of like pull off the top of his head. And the amount of different chords he knew and chord voicings he knew, as evidenced by some of these absolutely nutty ones. Do you play, Icy? Do you play guitar too? Or are you just a guitar fan? Because we have a lot of players in here, but we also got a lot of people that just like to listen, just like music. Is that really going from there? That's a crazy voicing. So let's see. E flat minor 11. I got I was fortunate in that my family bought me my first guitar for my 15th birthday, but for the most part after that, with the exception of a couple, like my first really nice guitar, my second guitar, I saved for like all summer long when I was 16 from like my summer job. Just saved up for it and saved all the money I could. Went out and bought the nicest guitar that I could find, pretty much. And now all of my money basically goes to guitars, food and guitars, and yeah, food and guitars, pretty much. Um, if you have a passion for it, if you have the drive to do it, it's not a waste of money. It's one of the most rewarding things that you can do in a certain sense. I mean, you're probably not going to get rich off of it, but it definitely makes your life richer. But you got to be prepared to really work at it. Let's see. Ah, that's a gorgeous voicing. Big D minor 9, big wide D minor 9. Making that change is going to be a monster. One, two, three. Boom, three, four. Dun. Our bass note changes. So one, two, three, four, one. Why would he play that way? F7/6. It's a really dissonant interval. That's tangy. A7 sharp 9 augmented. Really dense voicing too. We have our 7th in the bass, 7/3, 7/3 augmented 5th, and then 3 again. So that was just the chord changes to his arrangement of that tune. Let's see. How many different changes do we have? How many are per row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 96 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 105 different chord voicings in his version of that simple tune. That's not even putting them into musical form yet, so to speak. Oh, I'm sure there are, especially if they're playing like real extended range stuff. You can do some pretty crazy things on there, some pretty wild stuff as far as like voicings and fingerings and things. But that one wasn't too bad. That one was fairly straightforward. All right. Then that's just the head. So, the basic outline of Georgia on My Mind is our 1 chord, Georgia, and then a 3 chord as a secondary dominant, then the 6 chord, 1 chord as a 7 chord, 4 chord, minor 4, 1, 6 as a secondary dominant, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, Georgia, Georgia, well, no peace I find, just that old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. La-da. Let's see. Something else fun to do. right. Anybody got any requests for any jazz tunes or topics? I mean, we can talk about technique. We can talk about theory. We can talk about specific tunes. We can learn a certain set of changes or melody, jazz or funk or R&B or anything vaguely related. Alec doesn't even believe in notes. Green Dolphin Street, that's a cool one. It's very clear our love is here to stay, not for a year, but forever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know are all just passing fancies, and with time they'll go do-do-do-do. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. All right, let's see. It's very clear. I'm gonna figure that. That our love is here. No, how do we want to finger that one? Here to stay. Oh, not for a year, but forever and a day. Man, he's got like one chord per syllable. Radio, oh, and the telephone, and the movies that we know are all just passing fancies, and with time, just be passing fancies, and with time they'll go da-doo-doo. But oh my dear, yes, our love is here to stay, and together going a long, long way. Long, long in time, the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble. They're only made of clay, but our love is here. Ooh. Here to stay. Man, that's wild. Absolutely wild. Same thing there, you know, probably like 70 or 80 different chord voicings for a tune that's got, I don't know, 8 to 10 chords in it normally, if that. I mean, this is not even getting into like actually playing it musically. It's just playing through the basic changes and fingerings. And then adding in all of his counterpoint kind of stuff too. Doo-doo-doo. Man, man, oh man. That website, I'll put the website in chat. If you want like a hardcore rabbit hole to go down, stuff that is going to like work your hands and work your brain, this is a site to check out. I can't believe, like, he's famous for a couple books, though I think the books were mostly composed or kind of compiled out of stuff that he had written when he was older and after he died, mostly by his students, and they look to be kind of managing the site as well. But he's most famous for a book called Chord Chemistry, which is just thousands of different chord voicings and fingerings that break outside of the kind of caged method, you know, these sort of using like C shapes and D shapes and G shapes and stuff, like these absolutely wild fingerings. But it looks like his students have put together like a site of all of the lessons, because he would write everything out manually for all of his students. These incredibly complex things. He would handwrite them all and have them prepared. Just mind-boggling. Absolutely amazing. All right, let's go look up. Let's find some backing tracks to play along with, something fun to play with. Switch accounts. Let's check out. I haven't looked up any PlanetSide videos on this account. Why are you suggesting PlanetSide videos to me? What's this one missing? Backing track with fiddling around with this a little bit on the last jazz stream. Yeah, this coming Monday will be Metal Monday. So we kind of like we switch up our days, you know. So like this past Monday was Music Theory Monday, then this coming Monday will be Metal Monday, and then we'll swap. I'm gonna start posting though in the Discord. I'm gonna start doing some polls maybe and asking if we should do more themes. Like, should we break it up even more, or like, you know, how specific do we want to get, or what are ways we can mix it up? But yeah, tonight's Friday Night Jazz. Next Friday will be Free for All Friday, which is like anything goes, any style of music, any requests, any whatever. But I do it partially, you know, partially so people can hear different things on the channel, but partially so I can work on different things too, you know. So like I can have a night where I can practice jazzy kind of stuff, and a night where I can practice metal kind of stuff. That's what the Discord is for. You know, post stuff. If you post stuff in the Discord, then I'll give it a listen and see if it's something that I think we can do on stream. Um, for the most part, unless it's something really tough, I don't learn it off stream though. I learn it on stream with the people who request it. Where's your lighter, bro? A little bit of echo here. Oh yeah, bro, my favorite band. I know? Wait, was that Let's see. That's 3 Days Grace, right? Thus ends, if that is in fact 3 Days Grace, thus ends the extent of my knowledge of 3 Days Grace. But we can certainly learn some if you want to get some in on Metal Monday. Though our mod, at least one of our mods might be offended if you post 3 Days Grace and Metal Monday. Yeah, so I mean, like Dragon Force, anything like Dragon Force where we have 12 billion notes that we have to learn, you know, or anything that's going to be like super, 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 super involved like that, we're going to have to just set aside like a day to work on it, or maybe even like one day a week or one day every couple weeks over the course of however many weeks, because it's got a lot of stuff to learn, let alone getting it up to tempo. Like even once you learn it, then you have to practice getting it clean and then going from part to part, which I mean, the dudes in Dragon Force can't really even do that. They patch that stuff together bit by bit in the studio in Pro Tools. Also, this guy, who are you friends with that I know to request something like that, to make a suggestion like that? I guess that depends on which Michael you ask. But going by who showed up earlier, then okay. You still alive, man? That's too dark. Yeah, it's gone now. Yeah, dude, thanks for hanging out. Like I said, if you got specific requests or specific tunes, get them in the Metal Monday channel in the Discord. That way I can take a look at them. Like I said, I usually try to pick out 2 or 3. Depends on how long they are. If it's something we can knock out really fast, then we may do more. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for making requests and stuff. And of course, thanks for the follow. It's pretty cool, and it's only got 2 chords really, so you got a lot of room to kind of work on top of it. Work with like the blues scale or the diminished scale or the whole tone, or really Dorian. Any number of things fit pretty well on top of it. And if anybody's watching that is interested in making specific requests for our different theme nights throughout the week, hit that follow button if you haven't already, and jump in our Discord that we were talking about. Just posted a link to it in the chat. The Discord has different channels where you can request specific songs or styles of music or topics or techniques, anything you want me to talk about on stream that's guitar or music related. The Discord definitely helps me kind of keep track of it. What else would be a fun track to play? Fun tune to play? Might be a cool one. Doo-doo-doo. See how this one sounds. And this is a slow one. It's neither. This is All Blues is from the album Kind of Blue, which is a type of modal jazz. Probably like structurally closer to hard bop than anything, but still not really, not quite as edgy as hard bop would be. Um, but what a lot of the tunes on that album did was they changed from playing, say, like a set of changes, like say 2, 5, 1, 4, 7, you know, those types of things where you would be thinking like, okay, it's the 2 chord, I can play Dorian, and it's the 5 chord, I can play Mixolydian, and it's the 1 chord, I'm going to play Ionian, or you know, whatever. I'm going to play the particular mode or scale that corresponds to the particular chord in the series of changes. You know, so like if you had a tune like Honeysuckle Rose, oh yes, every honeybee fills with jealousy when you're out with me. I don't mind it though, oh goodness no. Honeysuckle Rose. You know, so you'd be da 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 da. He reduced them to modal compositions almost in the way a lot of folk music works. He would say like, okay, I want to bring out the sound of a specific mode. So in this case, the Mixolydian mode. Right, which is like the major scale with a flat 7. It produces dominant 7 chords. So like say G7 in the case of G. In sort of traditional, like the harmonized major scale, that G7 would want to resolve up to like a C major, where we'd play C Ionian or C Lydian if we wanted to avoid the perfect fourth. Well, he said, well, no, I'm going to write every single chord as coming out of whatever mode I want the sound of. So if I want the sound of Mixolydian, I'm going to write a G7, because that's what I get from G Mixolydian, and then my C chord is going to be a C7, because that comes from C Mixolydian. And my D is going to be a D7, and my D sharp is going to be a D sharp 7. So they all come from Mixolydian, And the melody bits and the soloing comes predominantly from the sound of mixolydian with each one of those chord tones as the root, which in this case happens to align essentially to like a 1-4-5 blues type thing, because the sort of stock blues progression is all seventh chords, you know. So he took that and he saw, okay, hey, we have the outline for all these mixolydian sounds. So instead of playing blues on top of them, instead of playing, you know, type melodies and lines on top of these, he's going to play and play very modal sounds. He's going to emphasize, like, say, the 5 and the 3. And it comes down to the C6, da 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 da, instead of playing, you know, that type of bit on top. Da da ba 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 bum. If you listen to, like, say, what the horns are playing, ba 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 the bass is playing. Just kind of looping that throughout. The piano's playing this kind of little drone on top, at least at first. So when we listen to it, you know, if we go back to the beginning, come on, play. 1, 2, 3, 1. Sounds bluesy, but then the melody's going to come in. The melody doesn't really sound bluesy at all. The melody turns this kind of bluesy platform into this much more spacious and mixolydian kind of feel. And Miles' solo in particular is like super, super minimalist. You start to work in little bluesy phrases. Because it's more about exploring the quality of the mode. So it's pretty cool. And a lot of the stuff on that album is like that. Just with different modes, you know, so something like that one, like So What is mostly focused on the Dorian mode. And the chord changes don't really even like, there really effectively aren't any chord changes. I mean, we essentially have like a D minor vamp, and then we have an E flat minor vamp. Just moves up a half step. When you're soloing, you simply hang out in those relative Dorian modes. But, it's a lot more open than the earlier tunes that were based on like variations of the harmonized major scale. That one, though, All Blues, that's a super easy melody to learn. We should maybe do that one night. Super easy changes too. All right. Got about a little over 15 minutes left, at least before we hit 3 hours. If people get to talking or stuff, then we can run longer. But typically we tend to run about 3 hours. Anybody got any last or any questions or requests or any specific stuff they want to talk about or want to do for at least 15 minutes? What, you playing Ark? Ark was a lot of fun to watch people play, to watch people stream, at least at first, when they were still adding new stuff. It was the most entertaining when you found like watching people who found like decent role play servers, so they didn't just come back every single time and have all their stuff destroyed and all their dinosaurs dead. Though it was amusing, like I remember when people first discovered this kind of aggro bug where you could like when they came out with I think it was the pterodactyl or whatever, you could get a pterodactyl and you could aggro everybody's dinosaurs and then fly over the ocean and their dinos would just walk into the ocean and drown. So one streamer spent, like 2 weeks or whatever before the bug got patched, just drowning every single dinosaur he could find. Wait, it has werewolves now? That doesn't really seem to be keeping with the theme of the game as it was back then anyway. I might have to change the preamp tubes in my amp. Getting a little bit of rattle. Though I know there was some weird expansion or something for Ark some time ago that had like pyramids or something like that. Yeah, man, thanks for hanging out. Get some more Metal Monday requests in. I think we're starting to run a little thin. Get us just a little bit of dry. Heck yeah, man. How clean will this thing get? Get just like a tiny... I don't think we've done any Metallica. I don't think anybody's put any in there. We haven't done any Metallica. We haven't done any Megadeth, have we? Haven't done any Anthrax. You're gonna request the thing that should not be? I know that's your favorite song. That feels really weird on this guitar. Man. That was played on a telly. That and parts of The Unforgiven 2 and a couple others. Unforgiven 3? There's another one? It's up to you. I mean, I'm more or less no Holy Wars, so it'd be faster. But oh, if it's on Death Magnetic, that explains why. I heard like 2 tracks off of that, and I'm like, nope. What does it do? Da, 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 da. Be another good track to do. Alright, I'll check them. I'll check them out. Let's see. That'd be boring. Still want to do the Johnny Smith version of that. We could do both, like both the surf version and the jazz version. Yeah, that seems like most people's experience with it. You have to really stick with it to not kill everything you own, to not lose everything you worked for. So one thing in the Johnny Smith version, he leaves that high note ringing out. Bro, getting some mayhem in there. Depending on what time period that's from, you may not even be able to hear the guitar. Friggin' Rust. Holy crap. I haven't played Rust since that was new. We're starting to get enough people. Maybe we should do something dorky like start our own Ark or Rust server or something. I think it's actually in D minor. Well, yeah, I mean, like the absolute madness of it is the appeal. That's close. It's not the fingering we want, though. Boom. Maybe something to start thinking about, though. Have some other. We got other priorities first, but something to plan for. Yeah, I can hear the whoops. Alright, rolled up on 3 hours. Oh, did some fun stuff. Played some ridiculous chord changes from the Ted Greene stuff. Jammed a little bit on some Miles Davis and some Herbie Hancock. Did a couple random requests. Unbanned Kappa. What shall we do? Shall we keep going? If we're going to keep going, need some people talking. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to take my pants off because, man, it's hot. No. Not U2. Alec hasn't gotten to U2. I mean, the thing with jazz, like anything else, is just listening to a whole lot of it. You know, it's not really a thing that most people get exposed to regularly anymore. Uh, just got to listen and listen and listen and listen and kind of get used to how it feels. I mean, that's still the struggle for me. I didn't grow up with it. Didn't start listening to it till I was, in my late teens, early 20s. So there's still tons of stuff to learn about it. Not just like these are the notes and chords and scales and whatever you can play, but this is how you make it feel right, or how you make it work for this particular type of jazz. Even because if you're playing Dixieland, it's going to be different than if you're playing bebop. It's going to be different than if you're playing hard bop. It's going to be different if you're playing cool jazz. It's going to be, on and on and on and on. Jazz trombone. So you're going womp 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 womp. You ever listen to Curtis Folks? He's played with Frizzell, played with like Charlie Hunter, played with tons of guys. He's pretty amazing. Yeah, I'm just making fun of like the Dixieland trombone stereotype, where you just get to go wah 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 wah. But yeah, and then beyond listening, you just got to learn tunes. Get a copy of the real book. There's a bunch of free ones floating around. I mean, I could even probably upload one to Dropbox and put it in the Discord or something, but just learn the changes and learn the melodies to 1,000 tunes. That starts kind of burning certain things into your brain. All right, I'm hot. I'm hungry. Probably about time to wrap it up. Uh, Thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out. We had a really busy night tonight, actually. Usually Fridays have kind of been sort of slow. At, but lots of people hanging, lots of people chatting. Be sure to smash that follow button if you haven't followed and you're watching and you like hanging out and doing guitar stuff, because we do it at least 3 times a week. Check out our Discord. You can make requests for our different theme nights and stuff like that, and just talk about guitar and music in general in our Discord anytime. Uh, Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the cheers. We got cheers tonight. Thanks again to Billy Sheehan's for like dumping the last stream. He subbed and loaded up like 5 other people with subs too. It's getting pretty amazing. I can't believe we've had the support that we've had already. Alec B still got that top donor spot there. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. People are subbing and donating money and stuff. It's incredible. I'll be back Monday. Come back Monday at 9 p.m. for Metal Monday, where we will be learning some assortment of metal tunes as requested by the community in the Discord. Usually have a lot of fun doing that, making a bunch of racket, shredding a little bit. I will see you all next time. All right, everybody. Thanks again for hanging out. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for the support. Remember, Monday at 9, hit the follow button. Got to go through the whole spiel, and I'll see y'all next time. End. Come on. Dang it. End button.